Hi, I'm Frankie.
And I'm Cheyenne.
And we are
Conbini Cult.
Welcome to another episode of the podcast. How you doing today?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's getting muggy outside. The other day was super muggy, Saturday. But
I don't like that.
no, but I'm good. Here, having a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day. But we're indoors.
Frankie's
doing what we love to do.
It's a beautiful day. Looks outside. The
curtains are
closed. We're not looking at anything. We're just pretending.
I'm sure it's great out there.
Probably. I don't know. At least it's not raining. I just hate walking around in the rain these days. But yeah. So far, so good.
We'll go outside later.
Mm-hmm.
We're batch filming because at this point, you know that Cheyenne is pregnant.
Ooh.
She's going to give birth very soon.
Yeah.
So we are batch recording a bunch of episodes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, on this particular day, this is only 2 out of 4.
Yeah, we still have 2 more episodes to go. So we've booked this studio for 7 hours?
7 hours
today? Yeah, it's a working day.
Yeah.
Oh, our life is so hard. We have to work. Yeah.
But the great thing about that is that we have time not just to run to the Conbini, but to actually eat a proper meal.
Eat a proper meal and then hopefully eat a proper dinner afterwards. And I do if all the spaces we're going to do a 7-hour batch recording, I'm glad it's this space
one is really
with
good.
A couch. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've probably seen it before if you've watched our, it was dating stories and.
Was it embarrassing moment? I don't remember where. It might have been here.
Of the 2, one of them was definitely the dating stories episode, right?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure because it had a cute, girly pop aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
I think. And then Frankie recorded a video here for her private channel.
Oh yeah.
Where
we tried the hot ones, hot sauces.
Yeah, so link in bio, check those out. Yeah, that's a big throwback because that was literally a year ago.
About a year ago.
Yeah.
It was May.
I was not
something.
pregnant at that time, so
yeah.
We're back. But thank you for being here with us.
So speaking of those old episodes, one of my personal favorite episodes was embarrassing moments or mistakes that you've made in Japan. So I thought it would be nice to do a part 2 of that one. Get some more embarrassing stories. So of course we have some more of our own personal stories. And then I also asked people on Instagram. I found a couple things on Reddit as well. Okay. But some really good things came in on Instagram. So I'm really excited to read those.
Yeah, because like I said, it has been a year. So I'm sure, more things have happened to people during that time.
Of course.
Did you notice, when we did it last year, did we make a poll? I'm so sorry, I forgot. But did we make an Instagram questionnaire?
Yes,
or did we? Okay.
Yes, I did.
A lot of the responses this time, were they from kind of the same
users?
Different people, different followers?
Maybe a couple of the same people.
Well, thank you
some
for
mutuals that I have.
Following for that long.
So, yeah.
Okay, good.
If you answered last time, if you answered this time, thank you, because your stories are really entertaining.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah. We just posted a reel about the embarrassing stories episode too. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, so. Or a clip, sorry, a short form.
A short form clip
of that episode.
The old episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that would be a good way to kind of reignite the conversation.
Yeah. So. Check that one out. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So for our life updates, I have a mildly embarrassing thing.
Okay.
Kind of a language misunderstanding that I had.
Oh no. What happened?
So one of my husband's friends had posted something to close friends on Instagram.
Okay.
And
okay. Yes, the tension. Give it to me, Rachel. Come on. Yeah.
So I think he was at a bar or something.
Okay.
And the caption said, chitto, chīto. A little bit of cheating. Oh. And I was like, what? What is this? So I asked my husband when I remembered to, I don't know, a few days later or something. And I was like, what did he mean by that?
Yeah.
Is he cheating on his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Why would he post about that on Instagram?
Yeah, so blatantly.
It was to close friends,
open,
but still.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? What are you talking about? He's never cheated on his girlfriend. And I was like, the story, chito.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that's like cheating on your diet. It was a cheat day.
Okay, listen.
He said if you're going to say chito, it would be in the context of a diet or something. If you're going to say that you're cheating on a person, it would be more like uwaki.
Yeah.
Or fūrin if you're
married, which is an affair. Yeah.
Now we know.
Dude, that's why sometimes
Would you have thought the same thing?
Maybe, but maybe, I don't know, like chīto. I haven't like heard that in the context of cheating like on your partner ever.
Yeah.
So maybe
was
maybe
it like a
not.
new slang or
Yeah,
something?
but again, there's like new slang and stuff all the time. And like especially these days, you know, so many words are being like more and more like katakana-fied. So like makes sense why you would think that. My fat ass was thinking about like Cheetos, like like the chips. So it was like a little Cheeto. Like we love a little Cheeto moment. So that's like where mine went. But so wait, so chitto, like a little bit of cheating on my diet, like or was it chito, like long, like elongated? Chitto. Well, I learned a new word. So chitto means a little
bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, why does this not count as cardio? Jumping to conclusions.
I know. Okay, well that's funny. I mean,
I'm glad I asked.
Again, like it doesn't hurt to like ask, and it would have been like more embarrassing if you like, I don't know, screenshotted it and sent it to like, you know, like other people and be like, what does this mean? Or like, look at this guy just jumping to those conclusions and already like assuming he was cheating or something. So glad you didn't like go that far. I probably would have because I'm like nosy and crazy. But anyway, that is funny though. Yeah. Now you know. That was our word of the day, kind of. Yeah.
Cheat. It was his cheat day on his diet.
There you go. Okay. My update is not so much an update. It's more just on the topic of something embarrassing recently. Okay. I fell down. Like it's like
not funny.
It's not funny or it's not even like that embarrassing. It's more just like the way I fell down was like super dumb. It was like me just being a dummy and like looking at my phone. Don't do that sumaho aruki, you know, like looking at your phone and walking. I was like being one of those dummies and like texting my friend back or whatever, and I just like fell like face forward on the concrete, scraped up my hand. This was a while ago, so it's like gone now, but it was like on a busy street too. So it was just like one of those awkward, like, you know, when you fall and you kind of just get up and like pretend like no one saw that, like it's fine. I wasn't even like with anyone to like laugh it off or pretend like they pushed me down or something. It was just like me by myself. So it's always a little embarrassing when you fall in public, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's it. That's all I had. That's okay. Yeah.
All right. So before we get into the listener stories, just wanted to see if we had any more personal, embarrassing moments to share. Any new developments over the past year. Yeah. Do you? Yeah. I mean, all of mine happened to deal with the eyelash salon.
I saw that in our notes, and then I was like, oh, funny. And then I was thinking about it, and I have a couple too, really? Like at the eyelash salon. So
I feel like, it's just the perfect scenario for awkward things to happen because you're laying down, you can't move, you can't even open your eyes because they're working on your eyelashes. Yeah, so it's kind of torturous. Like I know, first world problems. You don't have to. I don't have to go. But
wait, eyelashes look beautiful.
What do I do? Oh, thank you. I got them done yesterday.
Oh, there you go. That explains why they're so pinpin, like so curly and up. Okay.
Yeah. So there's one time.
You good? Sorry, I looked away because I was burping and then my stomach growled, so I just looked like a monster. What happened to you?
Oh, I just was looking at my notes because I forgot. Okay. What was I going to say?
Okay.
So one time recently, so I would say maybe about half the time I fall asleep when I'm getting my eyelashes done because what else are you supposed to do? You're laying there for an hour with your eyes closed.
It's relaxing. I'm not going to yap for the hour, like face up this way. Yeah,
exactly. And the place I go to, there's a really comfy recliner. Yep. And that's really when the grandpa in me comes out. Like, give me a recliner. I might just take a little nap.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's really comfy. But there was one time, do you ever experience this when you're kind of falling asleep, but then you like jolt yourself awake?
All the time, yes.
But when I do that, sometimes I make a weird noise. I'm like... So that happened. Not once, but twice during my eyelash appointment.
Twice.
I felt so bad for the girl. I probably scared her.
Did she jump? Or like,
I don't know because I couldn't see.
You just pretend like nothing happened.
Yeah. She didn't say anything, but I was like... Well,
that's like, I don't know about like outside of Japan, but like the Japanese, like, you know, eyelash workers or the nail salon or whatever, like they're always going to be super polite about it. I don't like, even if it freaked her out, I don't think she would say anything to you.
Yeah.
But that is funny.
Yeah. But yesterday with the same lady, so of course on a different day, But yesterday, her stomach was growling.
Her stomach?
Really loudly, like really crazily, like,
oh no.
Like,
oh,
and then
she's working hard.
Well, she started cracking up. She's like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, please tell me you can grab dinner after this.
Yeah.
She's
like, did you take a break?
I am, but it was so busy today. I had to skip lunch.
Oh, no. Poor thing.
Yeah.
But
rest assured, she ate a nice dinner, I'm sure, after
good.
my appointment.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
That is always embarrassing when, like, especially in such a, like, intimate, like, setting like that, too.
Yeah, it's really
like,
quiet
it's only
in
you
there.
two
It's
and
very
it's super
relaxing.
quiet. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I'm super stoked she did laugh. Like, it would have been more awkward if she just ignored it the whole time. I feel like that's such a, like, Osaka thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I've never experienced anything like that in Tokyo, but, like, yeah, all of my, like, my Osaka or, like, Kansai girlies, and when I've gotten, like, my nails or my eyelashes done, they're all, like,
have a pretty good sense of humor,
yeah. They laugh at it, so.
Yeah. And I have one more thing about the eyelash salon. So there was another time. I forgot that I had an alarm set on my phone.
Oh,
so I think my appointment was, I don't know, maybe 10 a.m. or something. And I had a 10:30 alarm going. So then it started ringing. And I was just kind of feeling around for my phone so I could silence it. But I couldn't open my eyes to turn it off. So then it kept snoozing every 9 minutes. And I was about to just tell her, like, please, can you just close it out?
Yeah.
But the appointment ended before.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you had to sit there for an hour and then just turn off your alarm every 9 minutes?
No, but I felt bad. I didn't want her to feel rushed, but I couldn't open my eyes to turn it off.
Imagine just, like, doing your eyelashes and every 10 minutes it's like, beep, beep,
Let
beep.
me out of
like,
here.
Time's up. Oh, no. That must have been stressful for her. I wonder if she, like, worked even faster then. And that's probably why it ended, like, quickly.
I hope not.
This is the same lady?
Different lady.
As always?
Yeah.
Oh.
Same salon, different lady.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of, like, eyelash stuff, for me, same. I'm like a dad when it comes to, I see a lounge chair, I see a lazy boy, I'm taking a nap. Like, it doesn't matter what time of day, how much sleep I got, like, it is for me to sleep in there.
Yeah.
And, like, so the first time this happened to me, I wasn't expecting to, like, have it be so relaxing and comfortable. So I just, like, you're closing your eyes.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to fall asleep probably. I fell asleep and I woke up from my own snoring being so loud. Because I'm like, since I was a kid, if I sleep on my back, like, my nasal passages, all that stuff, like, you probably notice my voice is kind of nasally. Like, it's, my mouth just, like, opens if I sleep on my back. So, yeah, I've, like, woken myself up from my own snoring before. I've done that jolty thing, but, like, with a snore included where you're, like, like this. Maybe you're not snoring, but you're, like, and then you release one big one, like, and then that's, like, when I woke up. Yeah, so I've done that before. And then, like, because I have done that before, the next time I went back for, like, a lash fill or whatever, I had to tell the girl, like, I might fall asleep and I might snore, so please ignore it. And then, like, I did fall asleep and I woke myself up from snoring again. And I asked her at the end, I was like, did I do it? Did I snore? And then, like, again, such a Kansai thing. She was just like, yeah. Like, she didn't even lie. She was like, yep, a couple times you did. It was cute. I was like, okay, thanks, girl. Okay. So, yeah, I try my best, but I can't control falling asleep in those chairs, man. They're too comfortable.
Yeah. See, the first place I ever went to get my lashes done was in Kyoto. And it was kind of like the kind of beds that they have I don't know, in, like, the doctor's office or something. It was
like,
not a comfy.
It's not comfy.
Like a lay
it's
flat.
like you gotta sit on it.
I guess it reclines a little bit because your face needs to be closer to them.
Yeah. It wasn't. I see what you mean. Yeah,
maybe like a massage table sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not that comfy, so I didn't really fall asleep at that place. But those recliners,
they get you, man. They're so comfortable. But I love waking up and then I just, like, look super fierce with my new eyelashes. So, like, I'm not complaining, especially, like, kind of side tangent, but related to that, like, lashes make sense, like, why you wouldn't need to talk or feel the pressure to talk, right? Because you don't, like, you're just there, like, you have to close your eyes anyway. But, like, how do you feel at nail salons when because you get your nails done a lot?
Yes.
Like, do you like when the nailist, like, talks to you and, like, makes conversation and you're both there, like, having a little, like, goss sesh, or do you prefer to just sit there and get your nails done?
I wouldn't mind chatting, but Maybe not the whole time. But actually, the lady who does my hair removal, like I go for sugaring.
Okay.
She's very, very talkative.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're just like there, like...
Yeah, like she's asking me a question and I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but she's super talkative. She's very, very kansai.
Yeah.
So actually the best language practice that I get is with her.
Is when you're getting sugared.
Yes. Yeah, and I've told her so much like gossip too. I'm like, oh, my friend finally dumped her scrub boyfriend.
I see.
And she was
and she's like,
so
great.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. I still got to go to that place. I know you recommended it to me like years ago, but I still never went. Do they do only like Brazilian and stuff? Do they do like eyebrows and like facial sugaring or like all kinds of waxing sugaring?
I know you could do other body parts, but I'm not sure about facial stuff. I never thought about it. Yeah. I guess I could send you the link on Hot Pepper Beauty or whatever.
Good. I've never
see the menu.
Thicker eyebrows are like, you know, coming back, or they're kind of like trendy now, but I'm old, and like when I was still back in Hawaii, like thin eyebrows were a thing, and I used to like wax my eyebrows so much. So I haven't waxed them since like moving to Japan, but maybe that's fine anyway, because thicker
they look
eyebrows
good, as they are.
Thank you. Are more in trend. But anyway, where was I? Oh, so the nail salon thing.
Okay.
I asked because it's such a Japanese thing. It's not embarrassing at all, but like the first time I went to my regular nail salon, they'll like, you know, you like register or whatever, fill out your information, and they give you a card that says like, do you prefer like silence or like do you want to talk to the nail? So I was like, how cool. Like, I don't know, it was just such a like only in Japan kind of thing. And so it was like very nicely tailored to like the introverts and the extroverts, right? And so you could just let them know like, yeah, please don't talk to me.
Yeah. My salon does that too. Yeah. And I've heard that some salons also give you an iPad or something.
You're just there like an iPad baby. Like, okay. That's a little much for me. I don't think I need that, but that is, I guess, an option these days. That's funny. Okay. Yeah. Nice. All right. Moving on. Do you want to go to one of your next stories?
Oh, no, that was all mine.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have one more I could kind of get into. Yeah. This was not a recent thing. I'm not sure if I told this story last time about the bus, getting yelled at on the bus.
I don't remember, actually. We yap a lot. Sorry.
Okay.
We'll repeat stories, I'm sure, eventually. Yeah.
Okay. So I was still pretty new to Japan at this point. So this was like 7 or 8 years ago. I was living in Tokyo, and I was taking a bus, and I had kind of a big bag with me. Not like a suitcase, not like a big duffel bag, but an overnight bag. I was the last stop on that bus, so I wasn't really paying attention to the announcements because I knew, you know, when we get there, we'll get there. But all of the seats were full, and it was pretty busy. So a lot of people were standing, you know, holding the, what do you call those things?
The loop.
I don't know, holding the loops.
Yeah. I don't know what they're called either.
Brother, may I have some loop? Okay. But anyway, yeah. So it was pretty busy on the bus. People were already standing, like taking up the spots. So I thought the best place for me and my bag would be kind of by the doors where people exit, because there's a big space there. And yeah, I was just trying to get out of people's way. But because I wasn't paying attention to the announcements and stuff, I also did not hear that the bus driver said, please move away from that area.
Okay.
And he said it more than once.
Oh, okay.
So there was somebody who was getting off the bus, and he yelled at me in English. He was like, did you not hear the bus driver? Can you not understand Japanese? What are you doing?
That's kind of rude.
You need to move.
Yeah. That's embarrassing. It'd be, like, I get his frustration if he said it more than once, but also like,
you didn't have to say it like that.
Yeah.
You could just like tap me on the shoulder and say, could you move? So yeah, I took his seat and cried.
Oh no! Do you like look out the window, have a music video moment with like your single tear just dripping down, and you're thinking of like the saddest song ever?
Yes.
Well, like the raindrops are hitting the window from the outside. Yeah.
How could this happen to me?
Oh, that's a sad, embarrassing one.
I have a little bus PTSD after that.
Oh no. One of mine, like, so of all the like experience and stuff I've had in Japan, one thing that's still like I get really embarrassed by is like making language mistakes, which sounds silly as like someone who like really encourages, you know, like language learners to make mistakes, especially like as an English teacher. I'm like, you gotta like talk, you gotta make mistakes. That's how you learn.
Come on,
so,
hypocrite.
Like, I know. Okay. But like, for me, like, if I ever make mistakes in Japanese, I'm like one of those people where like, when do you get like, when you're embarrassed, you'll kind of just remember it for the rest of your life. And like, it's just
think about it in the shower.
Yeah, like a core memory, even for things that aren't like that serious. Like, I'm like, well, when it comes to like language learning too, I'm like, well, now I'll never forget this word or this phrase because I was so embarrassed when like someone corrected me how to say it. Like, that's kind of just the person I am. I'm like an overthinker. And I don't know how I picked up this habit, if I heard it from somewhere or from TV or whatever. But like, there was a point where a lot of the times when I couldn't hear what someone was saying, like not even I didn't understand, just like I physically could not hear, I would respond saying like, hi, like with a question inflection, like hi. Okay. And like for me, I thought it was like normal or like polite because hi is kind of like a polite word to say. It just means yes, you know? So it was kind of like in English, it would be like, sorry, or like as how I was like thinking I was saying it. And then like I did this a lot at the workplace, obviously, because I thought I was being polite. And then my boss like called me after and he was like, hey, I'm not mad. Like, I just want to let you know because this is just like a language learning thing. Like sometimes depending how you say hi, it can mean like the fuck you said, like in Japanese, like the depending. And it's hard because I'm not a native speaker. So I can't like, maybe I wasn't getting the intonation or like the accent right of it. But he's like, usually like when people are like hi, that's kind of like, what did you say? Like in a rude way, like say that again, you know, like, and so he's like, again, you're not in trouble, but like you do say this a lot. And so like, just want to let you know that I don't know if you think you know what it means, but like you need to fix that habit. And I was like, okay. And again, like I appreciate it now. Hi. And I was like, hi. I think like when he was asking me to, he's like, hey, so I want to talk to you about like this thing you say. Like, do you know like when, let's say I'm talking to you and you want to like ask what I mean, or you want to like ask me to repeat myself? Like, do you like, what word do you use? And I was just like, and then I couldn't hear what he was saying. So I was like, hi. And I did it while he was like, you know, letting me know. And so that was like really embarrassing for me. Yeah. Even though he wasn't like scolding me or anything, like I appreciate it now because like I would have never known. Right. But that was like super embarrassing for me. I have another one that we're just talking about work. It's not language related, but I guess I never noticed like, cause my company's pretty like remote. So I'm on Zoom all the time. And I guess you just forget like you are on camera on Zoom. And I don't know if I just had a lot of tired days or what, but like I thought I wasn't doing anything, but I guess I used to like yawn a lot like during meetings, but like hopefully never like in a wide mouth open, like, but like, you know, when like you're trying to like conceal it and you do that little like the deep breath in your mouth, like it's all distorted. Like, but anyway, my boss like knew I was like yawning and he like had to kind of, in this case, like scold me a little bit, like, hey, you know, like yawn. I don't know like what it's like in America, but like yawning during meetings or like yawning when other people are talking is like sometimes kind of rude. Yeah. He's like, it's kind of rude. So like not stop yawning like you're not allowed to, but like in the worst case, just turn around, please. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, that it was a fair assessment, but yeah, that was like kind of embarrassing, like especially for it to happen at work, right? I felt bad. I was like, not like I was doing those things on purpose, but yeah. But anyway, I have one more. This is probably the most embarrassing thing I've done to me personally. So there was a point, this is when I was like still living in the countryside, and I was kind of like newer to Japan, but I was going through like, I don't know, like tummy problems. I don't know if it was like traveler's diarrhea or you
drinking
like,
Coke Plus?
I was just drinking that, well, not the lactate. What is it called?
The fiber.
The fiber Coke? No. But like I came back from somewhere and I just like, my stomach wasn't the same. Like I was just like pooping my brains out, like just did not have a regular bowel movement. Sorry for anyone who's like not into this. Yeah. Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
But like I was just like, having like really big tummy troubles to a point where I was like, maybe I need to go to like the hospital or like the clinic or something. I was just kind of like worried about it.
Dehydrated.
Yeah. And so I went, and like the building I went to, it was one of those like, it was like a big business building, and then there's maybe like 3 or 4 clinics in that same building, you know? And so all I see is like nani nani, like kuriniku, like clinic. So I'm like, cool, this is like a medical building. I'll just like, they're probably all general clinics. I'll just go ahead and see like one of them randomly, because I couldn't read kanji and I like couldn't be bothered to look up the kanji either for what they were. I walk into the first one I see immediately at reception. I'm like, hi, I've been like pooping my brains out for like 10 days straight. Please help me. Like, I don't know what to do. And they're like,
this is an eye clinic?
Yeah, she was like, this is a dermatology clinic. She's like, this is a skin clinic.
This is a Wendy's drive-thru.
Yeah. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. But she was like, this is a skin clinic? Like, I don't think we can help you. And then
it's like seeping from my skin.
Yeah, I was like, even at that point, I still don't really know what she said because I couldn't speak Japanese either, like that well. And I was like, what? And then we had to like Google Translate together. And I was like, oh, okay, bye. Like, and then I was just too embarrassed to even like look which appropriate clinic in that building I was like supposed to go to. And then I just like drove myself home and pooped my pants for like the remaining 10 days. I just kind of like waited that one out. I was like too embarrassed to show my face to that building ever again. So who knows? Maybe I've just like had a tapeworm and it's still here 8 years later. I don't know. But yeah, those are my embarrassing stories. So do your research, especially for medical stuff, you know, like if you have diarrhea, don't go to a dermatologist because they can't help you. Yeah. Moral of the story.
Live and learn.
Live and learn, I guess.
Okay.
But, yeah. All right.
So let's get into some of these Instagram stories.
Sounds good.
So I divided up the stories between me and Cheyenne. Mm-hmm. She has her own note and I have mine.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, sorry. I just read the first one I have. It was funny.
Well, let's start with that one then.
Sorry. So the first submission we have is, I tried to say pachinko, did not say the first part of the word. My coworkers laughed a lot. So they just said chinko. And if you are familiar with Japanese, chinko means
PP. Penis.
Yeah, penis. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm sure they were just like, I want to know the context of this sentence. Like, I go to pachinko a lot, or I love, like if they said I love pachinko. I am so sorry.
That was suggestive.
I got too excited about the chinko and I spat all over the mic. I was like getting ready. Sorry about that. Oh. Sorry. ASMR. Dab, dab, dab. I'm so sorry. Another embarrassing story we have.
There you go.
I was trying to say, before I lubed up the mic, what if they were talking about like, yeah, I love pachinko, like, and then they just said, I love dick, you know? Yeah. But anyway, that is an embarrassing one.
I don't know the context of what they were saying about pachinko, but someone else said, not only did I take the Shinkansen from Kyoto to Osaka, I took the wrong one to Tsuruga.
Where's that?
Fukui.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You went totally far away.
That sucks.
And then you just...
That's a long journey.
That is a long journey. And like, I mean, the Shinkansen, it's not like it makes close stops to each other. So you probably just were sitting there awkwardly the whole time. Like, when do I get off?
And then to get back is really annoying. Yeah.
Okay. This next one is putting chopsticks in rice.
Ooh.
Yeah, that can be kind of tricky and embarrassing if you are like surrounded by Japanese people, because that is a no-no here in Japan.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yes. Like stabbing it.
Yes, straight into the rice. And why is that? Because
I don't know, actually. Is it a funeral tradition or something?
It's for the offerings for the dead. And you have that little
the altar.
Altar. So the food that you put on the altar as offerings to the dead, you'll put the chopsticks straight into it. So yeah, that is a no-no for your own food. Okay. Oh, someone said, accidentally told the waiter I loved him. Will not be explaining further. Wait,
I was going to say, you got to explain.
We need to know.
My literal next comment was going to be, please elaborate.
But they won't elaborate.
Well, I'm going to make a guess and say, like, they were trying to tell the waiter they liked the food. And they said, suki desu. And then that can mean, like, I love you in Japanese if you're, like, making eye contact with them, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can see how that would be embarrassing.
This next one says, at an expensive Chinese restaurant in Gifu, I mistook an ashtray for a dipping bowl. I proceeded to put the soy sauce into the bowl and dip my shumai into it. When my boss asked me what I was doing, I was so embarrassed. Yeah, I used to like, I not used to do that, but I think I've like been close to making that same mistake too.
Oh.
Yeah, because like smoking in restaurants has just been illegal, like not a thing in the U.S.
In the U.S.
like,
for a while,
at least like since before we were born, you know? And so like
no, I think it was from
recently,
early 2000s maybe.
That
or
old
mid-2000s?
or like that recent in the U.S. too?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
really?
I remember it was a thing like in New Jersey because people used to smoke at the diner. So then they were like, "Oh, we can't smoke at the diner anymore."
I see. Okay, then I assume it's state by state because like in my memory, like since I was young, Hawaii has like always been super strict about like smoking and like you're not allowed to smoke like I think it's like 5 or 10 feet from a building even and like at the beach and all that stuff too. So maybe you just that's a different state thing. Yeah. But yeah, I mean like they do look like dipping trays, like sauce trays that. The ashtrays here, so I'm not gonna give you too much like
I just
for that
hope
one.
I just hope it didn't have ashes in it.
Yeah, okay, if they were
probably
like clearly,
not. If they
they kind of like clean them and wipe them out and stuff. But like at least someone called you out. But like your boss calling you out, that is embarrassing. Okay.
Yeah. Turned the wrong way on a deserted one-way road and didn't realize until I was facing oncoming traffic at the stoplight and I had to illegally cross over the road.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna.
Have you done that?
I was gonna say I'm gonna stay quiet on this one because I have accidentally driven on the wrong side of the road before too, up in Chiba, and I don't want to hear any like Asian women can't drive jokes after that. It is hard to know sometimes, like especially if you drive in Japan. They're like the signage is all like wacky sometimes. The lights. What gets me is like how there's like the shingo, the traffic light. The ones above will all be red, but then there's like a second one underneath that's like a straight arrow. So like you can go technically like that. Yeah, that stuff confuses me. Yeah.
Or certain roads, it's like it's a one-way road from this time of day, from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. or something like that, or nobody can drive on this road from this certain time of day. So yeah, it can get confusing.
Yeah. As someone who's driven into a rice field before, I'm not going to give any of the driving stories too much flack because been there, done that. Okay. This next story said, I realized too late a tiny road had a crosswalk waiting sign and nearly got hit by a bus. Ooh, well, I'm glad it was
glad
nearly.
You didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah.
You were like, I got hit by a bus. So embarrassing. You can just say you got hit by a bus. That's sad. Okay. Yeah.
Crying in the middle of the airport in Tokyo. So this one was from my mom.
Oh!
Because on their way to Osaka, they had a layover in Tokyo, but it was so short. It was only about 2 hours, but then their flight was delayed, so that cut the time even more. So, of course, the lines going through customs and immigration is really long. And then if you have an international flight and you're transferring in Tokyo, you need to, get your bag from baggage claim, recheck it, go to a different terminal. Yeah. So they were literally sprinting.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then crying.
I didn't know she cried. Is this an exaggeration? I don't know.
Mom, are you okay?
Yeah. But at least on their return flight, they had a lot more, not a lot. They had maybe 3 hours for the layover, so they could relax a little bit. Okay,
that's good. Dude, like flying internationally, sometimes it is so stressful.
It is stressful.
And like
I don't like doing that transfer either.
I don't like it either because like I think I had to do that when I went home to the US last year too. And it's like one of those things if we hadn't asked a staff like do we get our bags or whatever, we probably would have just like continued going without our bags. So it is stressful.
I did try to prep them beforehand. I was like, you need to do this and this and this and that and then go from terminal whatever to whatever. So yeah. But yeah, it was a time crunch. Yeah.
Okay. This next one is a very, this is like would have me thinking about this till the day I die. Same. It is a language mistake, embarrassing moment. So it says mixing up fūrin, like adultery or like cheating on your spouse, and fūrin, so wind chimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why Japan? Why Japanese people?
So similar.
Literally, like, so that's what gets me all the time too, is like the long sounding vowels.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are two words that like they don't need to be the same. Yeah. Like, fūrin and fūrin. Yeah.
Yeah. One is such a beautiful thing and the other is not. Like, again, what if this person was like trying to say, I love wind chimes. Wind chimes.
And they just said, I love affairs, like having affairs.
The peaceful sounds of fūrin in the summer.
Cheating on my wife? Like in the summer? Sure. Okay.
I almost stepped on a tatami in a restaurant, causing quite the embarrassment for everyone. I assume they meant with shoes.
Yeah, with shoes. And like, especially, it like never helps, right? If you're like foreign too. And then they're all just like, no,
not again.
Yeah. Watch out. So be careful.
Yeah.
Okay. I like keyword is almost.
Almost. So you caught it.
Don't come for that OP.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. This one here, it says, didn't lock the door, Conbini bathroom, last person left a maid costume, tenga, and lube. What?
Have we talked about this before? Like sometime, because you know how
tenga
there's
and lube?
Conbini restrooms, sketchy things in there.
No.
Because you know how at the Conbini they have, you know, dirty magazines out in the open.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes people read those and then take a little trip to the restroom.
I see. Dang, they like.
But this person was really prepared.
They were prepared.
Their costume, their tenga, and lube.
Yeah, they were ready. That was like their plan for the day.
Yeah.
Although I noticed, I mean, I don't know about the dirty magazines because I don't be like reading those. But usually like in Conbini, they have, you know, regular magazines and like manga and stuff. And up until recently, you could just like stand. I mean, the staff didn't condone it, but like stand and read them. You can like open them up and stuff. Yes. But recently, they're all bound. Like, they're all tied up now.
Everything.
Oh. I don't know about the dirty magazines, probably. But, like, usually, for like, a lot of them are... More and more of them are getting, like, tied up. So, maybe because of stuff like this.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, in that case, great.
Okay.
Alrighty. I told my elementary school students that I like to eat ningen instead of ninjin.
Okay.
So, they meant to say they like to eat carrots, but they said I like to eat humans.
And, again... confusing. They do sound familiar.
Ninjin,
ningen. And the kanji, the first part of the kanji is the same kanji as well. It's like person. So,
true.
like, why is the kanji for carrot like person? I don't know the second half, but like it does have the person kanji in there.
I mean, I don't know. Some carrots look like they're crossing their legs.
I guess, yeah. But still.
But can you imagine the students' reactions? Like, I like to eat humans. And they're like,
I would do that.
Are you
to
a Titan?
My students. Yeah, I'd be like, take your test, be quiet, or else I'll eat you. Okay. We got also a lot of comments from TikTok and Insta when we made this post. So someone said, during COVID, my friend was convinced that Mitsuya cider was just sparkling water. He drank 2 big liters a day. He lost his taste and couldn't tell how sweet it was. How could you not tell how sweet it was from the first sip?
COVID. He lost his taste.
Oh my God.
I missed the whole point.
I see. Well, they didn't. It just said during COVID. They didn't say like he got COVID and lost his taste.
He got COVID.
Because you're smart and you have a brain. Like I was just like, I don't understand the correlation at all, but now I get it. I see. Oh, poor thing. That's a lot of like sugar to intake.
But it says cider on the bottle.
I don't know.
So one could assume
maybe
it is cider, which is not water.
Have you ever gotten COVID and like lost your taste or smell, or like know anyone who has gone through that? No, me neither. No. So like I can't even imagine.
Yeah, because some people didn't get it back.
Yeah, which really, really sucks.
That is horrible.
Yeah. Or like what is it called? Like some people who got COVID, they got like the really severe kind where
long COVID,
yes, but like they're not, instead of like not tasting anything at all, like losing your sense of smell and taste, they got the version where like even like water, like everything just tastes gross, like garbage and stuff. Like wasn't that like not a strain, but like a symptom people had too? Like, so it was like really hard for people to even like get nutrients and get anything because it just like tasted gross. So that really sucks too.
Yeah.
I see. Sorry, I like really made, I don't know, I was like, how could you not know? That totally flew past my head, that COVID. Okay.
That's okay. All right. This was another one also from the Instagram polls. My second day in Japan, I greeted everyone with Ohayo gozaimasu. That's kind of cute.
That's cute. I mean, technically you do greet people with Ohayo gozaimasu depending on like the situation. The time of day. Yeah.
It's okay.
Not bad. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
Off the hook.
It's okay.
This next one, I'm pretty sure I've done this one before.
Okay.
Was bought fabric softener stuff instead of laundry detergent. I was complaining to my Japanese coworker that I need to wash my clothes so often because Japanese detergent isn't strong. She corrected me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've done that before.
Yeah.
It is hard. Like, again, it's a kanji issue. So unless you're like taking the time to read through the kanji, if you can't already, like, it is hard to know. Because they're all like in the same shelf too, usually. So if you're just kind of like looking and be like, oh yeah, like laundry stuff.
Yeah.
It's a forgivable one. I've done that.
Okay.
Okay.
I called my boss amai, intending to say he was sweet, not knowing that amai also means naive.
Oh, see, this one I would also take.
I didn't know that.
To the gravy. Me neither, actually.
Amai naive?
Like, I've
didn't
never,
know that.
and even if I had heard it before, I don't think I've like I've known it well enough to like use it in my own like vocabulary. Yeah. Good to know.
So I guess it only applies for sweet food, sweet taste.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah. Don't call people amai here.
Like,
to their boss.
Dumbass.
Yeah. Right? Oh, you're so naive.
Oh, you're so dumb.
Okay. This next one we got from a listener and our friend. Hi. They said, I was at a new job and slowly getting to know all of my colleagues. One day I was talking with one of them and they mentioned they were from Shirahama, Wakayama. And I replied something like, いいですね。一回行ったことがあります。旦那さんと一発しました。楽しかったよ。And he sort of smiled and said, that was nice. I was so proud because my Japanese was pretty poor at the time, so I went home and bragged to my husband about the nice chat I had with my new colleague, and he said, "What? You said ippatsu?" I asked him what the problem was. I learned it from Suyobi do desho, which is maybe is that a TV show? Or
is that Suyobi Downtown?
Oh, maybe. It just says do desho.
Yeah, that's what it said, but I'm wondering, is it related to Suyobi Downtown?
Maybe. So this person, they learned it from somewhere, some media. And then my husband explained to me that I essentially said we had a quickie in Shirahama, and I was so embarrassed. I told my colleague the next time I saw him how sorry I was, and I had learned it from TV without realizing it was a joke. There you go. He said no worries and thought it was just my sort of humor. And then they use the emoji of like the tear where like the person is smiling with like one tear streaming down. Yeah. Ooh. But new word. I just learned.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. That's funny.
Fun.
Quickie.
Ippatsu.
Yeah, so to kind of like roughly translate the first half of what they were saying to their coworker, they said like, oh cool, I've been to Shirahama once. I've been there once, and then they meant to say I went there with my husband, but yeah. Okay. Anyway. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Okay. The next one is also from an Instagram comment. They said, at conveyor belt sushi, my partner panic put the instant green tea powder on his sushi, and he thought it was very mild wasabi. Oh. I came back from the bathroom and had to correct him because I had been there before and I knew it was tea.
Can you imagine, like, you're sprinkling it and, like, it's powder, right? So you're just eating every piece of sushi, like, like why is it so dry? So chalky? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe a little, because you know in
a little spice.
Little bit of spice. Yeah. In Uji in Kyoto, they're known for their matcha, so you can find matcha ramen, matcha gyoza.
That's true, yeah.
So they put some matcha powder on top of things, so maybe he was just onto something.
You never know. We've had in our previous embarrassing stories episode where someone poured like katsu sauce in their teacup before. It happens. You never. It's not like they label all that stuff usually. But
yes.
Okay.
There was one more from Instagram. I think I forgot to screenshot it. So 1 sec.
Okay. Stretch my leg. Oh.
Okay. I realized my mom and I were on the wrong subway train, so I bolted out without thinking, and my mom followed me as the doors closed on her. Ooh. She was stuck in between the doors. In Canada, the doors open back if someone is there, but my mom literally forced herself out by pure determination to not lose me while so many people were telling her, stop.
Oh, no.
We had to take a moment after since we got so scared of being separated in another country, and I was scared that she'd die while being stuck in the doors. Safe to say I never did that again.
Dude, her mom is just like wriggling through the doors. Like, help. Yeah. Do they not open? I assume like if they get closed on you, like the door usually like they would. And like open back up. I don't know. Maybe it just depends where they were.
It didn't happen in that time. Yeah. Because in like the New York City subway, people always, as the doors are closing, they're like, no, wait.
Go in.
And then they block it and then the doors open.
Oh, I see.
Also in New York, one of my friends had the subway doors close on her face, and she had a huge black streak on her face because they don't clean dirty.
I see. Yeah. I thought it was going to be like a bruise or something because it closed so hard, but okay.
No, it was just muck.
mock. That happened to...
Yeah, that's scary.
That is scary,
That's scary.
Especially, like, when you're already going through so many things, like the thought of being separated in a different country. I get the panic.
Yeah.
That reminds me, like, when my mom used to live here in Japan, she's told me, like, because she was a hula dancer, so her hair was, like, super long. And I think, like, I don't know, with, like, you know, she was getting onto the train, it was crowded, so she was, like, stuck more towards the end, like, in front of the door. And I don't know if like the wind or like just her hair was so long at the time, the door's closed, but like with her hair like stuck in the door, because like hair is like thin enough, I don't think the door will register to like open again. So she was just stuck in place, and she just had to like ride like with her neck like being pulled back because her hair was in the door. She just had to awkwardly like stand with like a crooked neck. So
I hope it was short, not like a 14-minute between stations type of journey.
It was the Shinkansen. No, I don't know actually where she was going, but yeah, it does happen. So that was funny. Okay. This last story I have, it's from Reddit. And the title is Embarrassing Situation in Nagoya. Did I do anything wrong? So this was posted in r/Japan Travel Tips about 2 months ago. So, question. Hey, so this is... Well, hello?
How y'all doing?
Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, so it says, question. Hey. So this morning, me and my boyfriend hopped in the hotel's elevator and there was already a young Japanese couple inside. They waved us to go in. They were going at the same floor as us. When we arrived at said floor, they gestured us to go out first with a dozo, and I said, "Arigatou gozaimasu," as I hopped off with my boyfriend. Then I heard them behind us. They were imitating me and laughing. Not gonna lie, it felt pretty horrible and that I tried my best and got laughed at. I was so embarrassed. Don't you say that when someone lets you pass? Was it too much? Oh,
they didn't have to make fun of you.
Yeah, like, I think that's fine. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Could
say
sumimasen.
Like, I say arigatou gozaimasu too. Like, if
I did that today, actually. In this building.
Yeah,
someone held the door open for me and I said, I wasn't thinking, I just said arigatou gozaimasu. And then because I had read this story, I was like, no, what if he laughs at me?
Yeah, so in our mind, like, you're just saying thank you. So it's like, what's so wrong about that? But then we do have the top comment here where it says, sumimasen, or a variant thereof, with a little hand gesture to acknowledge you were going ahead of them would probably have been more neutral in that situation, at least to me. If they were indeed laughing and mocking you, they're a-holes. Don't let it get to you. And then I got 739 upvotes. So yeah, I guess, like, I don't know. In thinking about just, like, manners or whatever in Japan, if you want to get into like all that humble stuff, right? Like,
but the average tourist is not gonna
like, how would you know?
That?
Again, it's just like, just take the arigatou gozaimasu and like move on with your life. I don't know why they had to mock them too. Like, this person said, I agree, like, they're just a-holes if that was the reason. Because like, I like in the sense of, like, you know, when you get complimented here in Japan, or like if people let you go first, like, maybe I have air quotes, proper manners is to say sorry, like sumimasen, excuse me, or whatever. Like, that's just like the way language and culture works here. You never really like, even like when people say your Japanese is so good, we are like taught in Japanese class to be like, you don't say thank you. You don't really accept it. You're supposed to say like, no, you know? And so like, I get it if that was the, again, air quotes, appropriate reaction for this case, but what tourist is going to know that? Exactly. Just appreciate them, like, you know, speaking your language in that moment and like move on with your life. And I always get like a little like sensitive and defensive at any like Japanese person who like makes fun of like non-Japanese people's accents when speaking Japanese, because it's like, have you ever heard yourself speak English? Like, maybe not you, but like in general, like the Japanese accent when speaking English sounds funny too. Like, you know, we don't need to like make fun of everyone's accent as long as like what you're trying to communicate is coming across. So
exactly.
Anyway, sorry you went through that. If you felt like they were mocking you, you did nothing wrong. If anything, you did more than what like the average person would have done, because sometimes Japanese people don't say anything when they're like let through, you know.
That's true.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all the stories I had. Did you have another one?
Yep. Okay. I have one more Reddit story.
Okay.
So it is a thread titled "Name Your Silly or Awkward Moment in Japan."
Okay.
So they said, Last year, I went to Japan for the first time, and I made a few mistakes. I think my funniest, though, was accidentally getting into the women's only car on the Yamanote line. My friend, who is female, and I just jumped in. There wasn't a line, and it wasn't very busy, but I remember sitting there like, everything is pink in here. That's weird. Then I looked around and noticed only women around me. Then I pulled my phone out. I'm legally blind. And on the strap, it says women only to something of that effect. Thankfully, nobody gave me any grief, maybe a few nasty looks. I couldn't tell. But I just kept to myself and got off at my stop a few stops later. I'm glad nobody made a big scene or deal out of it, but I felt pretty silly. Second one was I was at Diver City and looking for some better shoes insoles as I'd been walking a stupid amount and my feet were killing me. I went to one of the big sports stores and gestured to my shoe at the lady. Then I took off my shoe and pointed at the inside, not thinking what I was doing. It wasn't until after I tossed my shoe back on, it hit me what I just did. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Why didn't I just use the Translate app on my phone and just ask rather than show her? She showed me the insoles. I apologized and she waved it off. I still think back on that and how much of a goof I must have looked like. To be fair, my feet were killing me and I just wasn't thinking straight.
Yeah.
What are your silly or awkward moments on your trip?
I think those are like, they can be awkward a little bit, but like not as bad as like maybe OP thinks it is, especially like the shoe one. Like how else would you? I mean, I get you have the translator app, but like the women only one, I do appreciate the keyword there was accidentally. Like, you know, sometimes you're in a rush, you don't know. So at least they acknowledge that. And they're not like, who's that one guy? I don't know his name. He doesn't deserve to be known, but like the guy that like purposely got on the women's train and was like streaming or recording videos of the women in it, like being like, wow, look at me, I'm a man in your train. Like, you know, so at least you didn't do that.
There's more than one.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, there was a few funny comments. So the top one is in gold. I guess it got some awards.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this person said, filled in the arrival QR code, screenshot, reached Narita without a queue. The customs dude scanned the QR code, his face turned a shade darker, and muttered something into the translator app. Turned out I had accidentally selected yes in every field, including carrying weapons, being deported from Japan, intending to commit terrorism in Japan, etc. Stuttered chigau sumasen, like no, sorry, before exiting the queue to fill out the form again. What could be a 5-minute clearance turned out to be a 30 minutes as the queue got longer, but it could have turned out a lot worse. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't like sick security on you, because that would have happened in the US for sure.
Yes, especially these days.
That's so funny. So lesson learned, don't just check boxes blindly if you're going through customs here.
Yes, be careful.
I didn't know they had a QR code system now. Or maybe I'm just
know that either.
And even if they do, sometimes I never like go for it because I don't know. Like I don't trust like electronic things in Japan so much, just because sometimes it's slower than the actual like paper version, which sounds silly, but
that's true.
It's true.
I didn't know that though. Okay, another comment. I had a photo shoot done in a studio. The employees escorted me out when it was all done, stood outside their shop and waved goodbye. I was following walking directions on Google Maps to get to a restaurant as I was walking away from the shop. I was halfway down the block when I noticed I was walking in the wrong direction. So I turned around to walk back the opposite way, and the employees were still standing outside the shop waving goodbye. I immediately turned back around, continuing to go the wrong way.
Yep, I would do that too. That's so awkward.
Legend says they're still
waiting out there. Rain or shine. They're just in that bowing position. Yeah, which like if you didn't know, a lot of store employees will walk you out of the store and like bow until you're like out of like their visual basically. Like even like my nail salon, she'll like walk me to the elevator too, and then they'll be like bye, thank you, and then they'll bow and they'll stay bowed down until like the elevator doors close. Yeah. So it is a common thing here. Have you ever like speaking of that, one thing that took me a long time to get used to is like when you're shopping or buying things in Japan, they'll wrap it super nice or they'll put it in their bag. And then depending on the store, they'll carry the bag for you out of the store, like for you. Has that ever
like
happened
a fancy place?
Kind of, but like, so you're kind of like, and they're like, it's okay. They like walk you to the front of the store and then hand you your bag there. So just heads up, don't try to like snatch the bag back. They're not going to steal it from you. Okay. But I've thought that a couple times. Yeah.
So this other one is along the lines of pouring the wrong things or drinking the wrong things.
Love it. My fave.
Okay. Went to a fancy restaurant in Kyoto once, and the hostess put down a little bowl of what I guess was super broth at the table, so I drank it. She came back about a minute later with some tempura and seemed surprised that I had drank the dipping sauce that was intended for it. Ooh. She was like, oh, did you like it?
Not her shadily asking you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's one more.
Okay. That must have been so salty though. Okay.
Was it good? Did you like it?
This next comment says, last day in Japan, we wanted to get rid of all our coins at 7-Eleven. We didn't have enough coins for our purchase. I pressed the back button thinking we could do a split payment or something. The machine spits out all of the coins, at least 50 coins, probably close to 100. Some end up on the floor. My face went so red and hot, and I just kept apologizing to the cashier. OMG, I cringed just thinking about it. Yeah.
I wonder why you can't split the payment.
I don't know. But that was a good attempt at trying to get rid of all your coins, I guess.
Yeah.
Is there no I mean, I if they're just trying to get rid of coins, I don't see why they would want the bills either. But is there no Coinstar system in Japan? You just dump your coins and you get bills? No?
Not that I know of.
I wish there was, yeah.
I know if you have a bank account here, you can put coins into the ATM, into your bank account. Be careful though, because there's a limit of how many coins you can put in the slot. You don't want to break the machine.
Good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I noticed especially Don Quijote or some stores, they'll have a jar at the register that's just filled with 1 yen coins.
Yes. Do you know what that's for?
Is it for taking so you can
Yes.
Okay. It's not for putting in.
That reminded me.
Yeah, okay.
Because you know how at least in the US, at the cash register, there will be a thing that's like don't donate to
box,
this organization.
Yeah.
So I saw that at Don Quixote and I had some coins and I just put them in there. Yeah. And my ex was like, what are you doing? That's for you to take if you need an extra ichi-yen or something.
That's so foreign to me. I would have never guessed that either. I think I can't remember who explained that to me too, but I never would have thought. I thought it was I don't want these if you get change back, I don't want these 1 yen coins, so I'm gonna dump them in there.
Why can't it work both ways?
I mean it's got to, right? There's a reason why so many 1 yen coins are in that jar to begin with.
How did they get there?
Yeah,
what was the reason?
So I assume if your total's 2,001 yen, you can just take it. Have you ever used that jar before, the 1 yen thing, so you can have
Maybe
better
I did
change once?
After I learned about that, I was like, don't mind if I do.
I'm still too scared to put my, because up until now I didn't know if it was for putting in your 1 coins or
what if it was a donation and you're you just give it to me?
That's why I saw. I'm too scared still. I've
never mind. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
But okay, well, good to know. But yeah, all right.
Alrighty.
Mystery solved.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Those are all the stories. That was a quick one. Yeah. Okay.
That was fun.
It was especially
some laughs.
We did. I'm starting to feel a little silly because I'm getting hungry and my stomach was growling. And I think it was effect from your story about your eyelash technician's stomach growling. And now my stomach is growling.
I couldn't hear anything. So.
Thank you. Good. I'm feeling a little delirious. So baby hungry must eat now.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to our stories.
Thanks for watching. If you're watching, thanks for listening.
If you're listening. I feel crazy. I need to drink some water or something.
A little delirious.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.